Good morning, Facebook family. I have not been called to do one of these videos for a while, and today I'm finding myself immensely distracted from my studies and the things that I am choosing to accomplish today because I need to do this first. Had an amazing evening last night with Deborah watching the Centers for Spiritual Living Vista 2017 virtual conference. Celebrating with members of our greater community as they were recognized and awarded for their service, and then settled in to watch When We Rise, which is a 8-hour, 4-part documentary about the evolution of the LGBT community in America, and found myself experiencing historical pain, memories that are anchored in my being that really I celebrate as the foundation of who I am today, and finding a new pain in current context. As many of you know, and all of you are about to know, I am a transgender man, born in a female body, lived most of my adult life as an out lesbian in the South until 43 years of age when I learned that I could transition, and that was pretty much the gates of heaven opening and hearing angels sing, and I finally got to be authentically me, which has just been amazing. So thank you for whatever great ideas in the mind of God emerged to make that possible in terms of medical technology. And in this current social conversation that we seem to be we're obviously having it, that we seem to need to have about our transgender children, is giving old familiar pain a new context and a new intensity. And what I'm led to share in this moment is for both sides of the aisle. If you're one of the ones who don't understand transgender, that's okay. It takes us a long time to understand it too. And that said, I would ask that you do some internal searching to really look at whose issue this is. Because what I want you to really know is that you projecting your discomfort and your misunderstanding and your shoulds on our children is painful. And it's painful at a depth that you will never understand. This notion that allowing them to use the bathroom of their choice somehow makes them a predator is completely backwards. I can remember growing up, going to the girls' bathroom, feeling like a predator because I didn't belong there. That in fact, allowing them to use the restroom that matches their gender identity, their internal identity, which, may I be so bold as to point out, evolves for us around the age of 3 to 4 before we even have a sexual context. So it isn't about lurking. It isn't about being a predator. And maybe, just maybe, if that's your belief system, you're projecting why you would be in those bathrooms onto our children. That they're wanting to go into the bathroom that represents their gender identity so that they're not put in the position to be a predator. For those of you who are inflamed and angry about the issue, as lovingly as you can hear this, your anger and your hatred is just as much a part of the problem, because it it's the other's polarization, and it annihilates any opportunity for a conversation. And it provides no safe zone where our children can safely fall to be heard and seen. When one side is polarized against another side, there is no safe zone. And what our children need is safety. What our children need are open hearts and open ears that will listen. Yes, they need structure, and what they're telling you is the safe structure that they need. And this completely asinine projection of what is right for you as necessarily right for them couldn't be more wrong. You really could not possibly be more wrong. I get you don't understand it. I do. It took me 43 years to understand it. So to have any expectation that you're going to get it in 43 minutes or 43 days, that's unfair. And so I invite the conversation. I invite you to a safe place where let's talk. I'm open to hearing your confusion. I'm open to hearing your beliefs. And I would ask that you be open to hearing mine. And those of you that are walking a spiritual journey, I implore you, please find an opening. Do your work to resolve your anger. Do your work to resolve your finger pointing and your judgments so that you too can be a safe place where people can have a conversation. Because if we never allow for the conversation, we never allow for change. And we just continue this emotional, mental war of which our children are the casualty. There is no transgender girl that wants to be in a girl's bathroom. There is no transgender boy that wants to be in a boy's bathroom. That isn't what it's about. They just want congruence. They want safety. They want to be seen and recognized because they cannot live their lives without themselves. And every time they are sent a message that they're not okay, what you're telling them is to live someone else's life. You're making them invisible. And our rates of suicide and depression skyrocket. And what really breaks my heart is when I read comments where some of you are actually in alignment with that. That somewhere inside of you is so asleep and so afraid that you think it's better that they actually commit suicide than to live their authenticity. We can heal from this if we heal. I can't heal for everybody, and you can't stay sick for everybody. It just creates an ugly divide, and eventually love will win. It will, because it does. There's no way around that. What my heart's desire is that we get there sooner than later, that we minimize the casualties in between. And we can do this, folks. We can, if and when we choose. And it really is a choice. And yes, there is cognitive dissonance. So what? You're a little uncomfortable. Okay, I get that. And our children are worth the discomfort. Our children are worth wrestling with our own belief systems, with our own internal messages, to give them a gift that no one gave us. And so I'm asking you to stand up first to your own belief system, to your own internal conflicts, to have the conversation with yourself, and then gently, lovingly, openly have conversations with your friends. Dare to disagree, dare to question, dare to ask what may be the only question I ever ask again. Thank you, James Baldwin. Why do I need it to be this way? And so I would invite you to ask yourself that same question. When you find yourself in opposition to another human being's authenticity, why do you need it to be this way? Because that will take you to your beliefs, and that will take you to your healing. Know that for every trans kid that might see this, you're amazing, you're special, you are God-informed, and don't you let anyone else's stuff make you believe anything different. You have a right to be you, all of you, authentically, magnificently, brilliantly you. And I know it hurts. I know you hurt. And I know on the other side of that pain is victory. So hang in there, my friend. Reach out to someone that is safe. My number's on my Facebook page. My phone rings. I don't care if I know you. I know you. Reach out. You have friends. You have allies. And my God, you matter deeply. Know that you are loved.